In a quiet village, nestled among rolling hills, lived a young man named Ethan with his father, Thomas, and their loyal dog, Bruno. They were poor, possessing little more than a small farm and a humble cottage. But what they lacked in material wealth, they more than made up for in love and an unshakable faith. Their days were filled with simple joys, working the land together, sharing meals, and listening to Thomas's stories, which always ended with a reminder of the richness of their faith. One day, a shadow fell over their happy home. Thomas fell gravely ill. Ethan cared for him tirelessly, but his father's strength faded with each passing day. On his final evening, Thomas held Ethan's hand and whispered, "My son, life will test you in ways you cannot imagine. But promise me this, never lose your faith. It is the greatest treasure you will ever possess." With those words, Thomas passed away, leaving Ethan heartbroken, but clutching his father's final message. Grief had barely settled when another tragedy struck. A fierce storm raged, and a bolt of lightning set their small cottage and barn ablaze. Ethan and Bruno escaped with only their lives, watching in despair as everything they owned turned to ash. He was left with nothing but his father's words echoing in his heart and his faithful dog by his side. With heavy hearts, Ethan and Bruno left the charred remains of their life behind, seeking a new beginning. They walked for days, their hunger growing, their spirits tested. They arrived in a new village, but found no welcome. Doors were shut in their faces, and whispers of suspicion followed them. People saw a ragged boy and a stray dog, not a soul in need of kindness. Desperate and weary, they found refuge in an old, abandoned house on the edge of the village, a place locals claimed was cursed and haunted. The next day, Ethan's luck began to turn. A kind-hearted carpenter named Pedro saw Ethan's earnest face and offered him work. Ethan worked harder than anyone, grateful for the chance to earn a piece of bread for himself and Bruno. His honesty and diligence impressed Pedro, who became a friend and mentor. Life was still hard, but for the first time in a long time, Ethan felt a glimmer of hope. One night, as Ethan slept in the dusty, dilapidated house, a shimmering, ethereal figure appeared before him. It was the spirit of the house's original owner. "Why have you come to my home?" The spirit's voice echoed. "Do you seek the treasure rumored to be hidden within these walls?" Trembling but resolute, Ethan looked at the spirit and spoke with pure honesty. "I seek no treasure," he said. "I have lost everything. All I desire is a place to rest my head and to live in peace." The spirit studied Ethan, its gaze seeming to pierce right through to his soul. It saw no greed, no deception, only a pure heart filled with unwavering faith, just as his father had taught. The spirit smiled gently. "You speak the truth," it said. "Your father was right. The true treasure is not gold or silver, but the blessing that comes from a faithful heart. Because you have honored this truth, you shall be rewarded." As the spirit faded, a section of the floorboards began to glow. Beneath them, Ethan discovered a chest filled with old coins and jewels. It was a fortune beyond his wildest dreams. But Ethan didn't forget his father's lesson or the hardships he had endured. He used the treasure not for himself, but to rebuild his home and farm, bigger and better than before. He shared his wealth with the poor in the village, offering food to the hungry and shelter to the homeless, the very kindness he had been denied. Ethan's story spread, a living testament to the power of faith and the strength of a pure heart. He proved that true wealth isn't what you have, but what you give, and that even in the darkest of times, faith is a light that can lead to the greatest of treasures. Thanks for watching Learn Motivated Stories. If this story inspired you, please subscribe to our channel for more content that uplifts and motivates. See you next time.